to the Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the March 3rd Historic District Commission. It is now 7 o'clock, and I'm going to seat Diane Barber as a full member, and we have all five of us, so we have a quorum. So I just would like to now request that the secretary of the HDC read the public notice of the hearing.
Good evening. The Historic District Commission will hold a public hearing on Tuesday, March 3rd, 2026 at 7 p.m. at the Groton Town Hall Annex, 134 Groton Long Point Road, and virtually via the Zoom platform to hear the following applications requesting a certificate of appropriateness. First one is HDC 260003, 75 Steamboat Wharf. Rosemary Robinson, applicant. Walter Glazer, owner. Exterior repairs, PIN 2619184017420050. The second one is HDC 26004, 107 Library Street, Deborah McCougan. I got that right. Applicant George McCougan, owner. Window and mini split, PIN 261917202601. The third one is HDC 26005, 35 Water Street, Peter Springsteel, applicant Steve Carlson, owner. Exterior alterations, PIN 261806396586. The fourth one is HDC 26006, 2 New London Road. Matthew Wilston, applicant. Carlos Reese, owner. Exterior alterations, PIN 26191830444279. A Zoom meeting link will be posted on the town's website meeting calendar. Applications are in file and were available for public inspection during normal business hours at the planning department. 134 Groton Point, Long Point Road, Groton, Connecticut, dated this 24th day of February 2026 at Groton, Connecticut.
All right, thank you. Phew. All right, so I'm going to waive reading the hearing procedures, but if anyone would like to read them, they're the yellow sheet on that side table right in front of the door. So right now, we're just going to jump right to the meeting itself, and we're going to have the public hearing for HDC 26-003, 75 Steamboat Wharf. Come on down.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Yep.
You can just pull it over.
And just remember, for presentation purposes, the crack is your reference.
Got it.
So hold on, Rosemary, I'm going to get you lined up here.
Fabulous.
Please shape it.
I think-
Line up a little
You're
bit.
also.
You look to your left, look at the screen, you can see what everybody's seeing and you can adjust it.
Look to us
Just
so we can see the
the
photos.
facing. Yeah,
Yeah.
there you go.
Yep.
Okay, so I'm Rosemary Robinson. I'm the general manager of, this is one of the buildings, the main block or Gilbert building. This is what it currently looks like. You can see there's a strip of molding right here that has netting over it, a couple of windowsills that have netting over it. We've had issues with the molding deteriorating. We have had several masons come and look at it and hem and haw, and we've had them at least pull away a lot of the concrete because obviously it's a big old safety issue and I don't want anyone getting hurt. When we were going into this, we found out that, let's see if I can show you this one. I think I put this in the packet.
Pull it towards you. Up.
Oh, I'm so upside down here. There we go. You can see here, there's some rods sticking out. They've tried to fix these things before and it's not holding. So when we started taking it apart, we were planning to repair in kind and have it look exactly like the building initially did. That is not a possibility at this point. These original moldings were actually poured in place when the building was built over 100 years ago.
Hmm.
In order to do that now would be not only cost prohibitive, but very dangerous. We'd have to take out windows, we'd have to remove bricks. This building has settled in place and it's not entirely square now. So to try and
Shocking.
take that apart and put it back in is a problem. So what we propose is we do have to get this off the building. We have to make it safe for everybody, is to shear it safe and paint it the same color. So you still have the aesthetic decorative value of it. You're just not gonna have anything fall on anybody, which is ideal.
So are you, just so I understand, you're gonna chip away all the molding that protrudes
Mhm.
and then make it flush?
Yes.
With
The building,
the building
yes.
and then paint it whatever color it
the-
was
Cream color. There's a,
from
yeah,
the,
these are big pieces, just so you know. So it's gonna match, like these are some of the windowsills. And the windowsills that are okay are actually flat. They're just out a little bit. So really, unless you're up close, which it's pretty high, you're not gonna notice. But we're gonna go with that color, so it still looks nice.
Will this be on all four sides?
Yes.
What was the original material?
Concrete.
Concrete, and it had a profile?
Say it again.
They had a profile that has a shape to it?
Yes, yes. This gives you an idea of the sizes of what's coming down.
You know what that shape is?
Um. Yeah, similar to this. There's part of it and it just sort of had a little bit of a,
like a lip.
not really a lip, just sort of a roundness to it.
A little bit of like a crown cornice.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
But these are the size pieces that are coming off.
Towards you.
You can see this, and that's gonna hurt someone.
Mhm.
And they've proven, we were hoping to do it back in kind, and they've found several areas where they've tried to do it, and it's come apart again.
My only thought is there are lightweight materials that you can use today to replace if we can replicate the shape. Without suggesting what those might be. I mean, I think it's sad to see the facade flatten out and not replicate what was there at one time. It's my first thought about it.
But the concrete is, the concrete
Not
that's
what's
in
in
there, yeah.
concrete, there's other materials very lightweight that could be,
Right, but the concrete that's in there, you still have to put,
yeah, it's just
Something into it.
Anchor it.
right. And with the concrete that's already in there, I can't guarantee that anchor is gonna hold.
But you have to anchor it, but I think to not replicate what was there would be not a good idea. My thought.
Tim, I have a question for you.
Okay.
Is this a federally protected or on the National Registry due to the bridge?
I don't know. Is that building on the National Register? Not that I'm aware of.
Thank you.
Probably on the state. Is it on state register? No?
Not that I'm aware of.
For some reason, I thought this was.
Could you get historic credits for these improvements or?
She probably could.
Yeah.
She probably could go to Preservation CT and see if there's some kind of funding available that could assist in the project.
It's
Can I
just,
just ask, so what you're proposing is to take down all the concrete and just paint?
the concrete that's up there has to come down.
Right.
That's just not an option. And instead of trying to fabricate something to anchor back to the building, which has been attempted before and failed, it would just go flat and be you'd still have the ribbon around the building. It just wouldn't protrude from the building anymore, so nothing will be able to
And we're
fall.
hoping to paint it the same color.
Yes. And then it, reduces a great deal of liability and a great deal of danger to anybody.
Anybody over there?
I'm kind of in the same place as Mark. It'd be good to, if you could rule out any lightweight options like a synthetic material or fiberglass or no,
Yeah, there are lightweight.
cast
lightweight
concrete, something
materials
like
used
that.
to
Essentially
replace-
hollow, but it would affix to the building. It'd be good to explore that and rule that out first before the removing that
Names
entire
escape me
detail.
For it. I've done this many times with
Yeah,
cornices and,
yeah.
but
The 5-bond?
yeah,
It's like
it
the
never makes
5.
sense to put the old back up the way
No,
there are materials out there.
Yeah,
It's an important, very important building.
right.
I'm aware, yeah.
yeah.
Right, and safety, obviously, no one on the commission's doubting the importance of safety during this renovation, but at the same time, the aesthetic and the look of it.
So you would be willing, I mean, I'd have to explore it and see if I could find somebody to do some sort of composite, but that's
Really
generally not something you've approved.
5-bond.
That'd be more, I'd have to look into learning more about it. I don't want it to be vinyl, obviously, but if I'd be more apt to personally be more positively receptive than just shearing and painting. First, I'm just speaking as Bill.
The pipe on it's of fiberglass.
Like polystyrene.
Yeah.
Extruded.
Yeah.
But it is finished and, it doesn't have that even a fiberglass or any kind of PVC glossy look.
Yeah.
It can be finished, it can be roughed up, it can be finished, it can have a number of different finishes applied to it.
What's it called?
5-bond. FYPON. I think it's made by DuPont.
I think that's what I've used in the
Yeah.
past.
It's an option. It's very lightweight. It's almost like styrofoam or the same weight, but has much more durability.
They replicate any profile you want.
They have a massive series of ones that are considered stock profiles, and they can do custom stuff if needed. I would venture to guess that you could probably find a stock profile that very closely mimics, gives the projection that these guys might be looking for. So I would start with that before you went down the road of a custom.
Okay. Okay.
Do you have,
We don't want-
do you have a piece of the old?
Mhm.
You do, so. See.
There's a bunch of it at the bottom of the river too.
Think of a bunch on the sidewalk. as
Yeah,
well
it's
sometimes.
all over the place.
Not on the sidewalk.
Not anymore.
No, not anymore. No, I'm saying at the initial
Yeah.
event, I remember.
I mean, we still have to finish getting it all off there anyway.
Yes.
Okay. I can look into that and maybe
Would
look
you-
into.
Is it time to make the decision? Maybe she withdraw her application. So because we vote no, then
Well, what you might want to do is at least continue it to the next meeting
okay.
and see if she has time to explore options and come up with,
And then we continue.
an alternative. And that way she doesn't have to do
Right.
an
I don't wanna
application
vote
again and
no.
everything.
Right.
If after some time passes, she has not really come up with a viable option, then we'll probably recommend that she withdraw for the
Okay.
moment until further options can be explored.
Okay.
I can give you a hand trying to research on some of that stuff too, Rosemary, if needed.
Thank you. I would
Yeah.
appreciate that.
I remember from when I was contracting, I have some like flyers and things like spec books and things like that in my library at home that might still be in existence. I could probably dig through and see if I can come up with something for you.
Awesome. Okay, perfect. Thank you.
Yeah.
We'll look
Thank-
into that.
Thank you.
Hey, thank you.
All right. Thanks, Jeff.
Thank you.
Thanks, everybody.
Should make a motion to continue.
I was gonna say, I'm not gonna ask if anybody wants to speak for or against it, so.
No, just continue it.
So I'm gonna Bill Ferguson makes a motion to continue HDC 26-0003 until another time.
We already second.
All right, vote.
I, Barbara.
There you go. Ferguson, aye.
We already aye.
Kohler, aye.
All right, so.
Oh,
All right, so HDC 26-003 is continued to a later time. All right, now we'll go to HDC 26-004, 1074, oh, sorry, 107 Library. 107 Library Street.
Good evening, guys.
Hi, evening.
How are you?
Good.
Flipping around.
So if I move that microphone maybe towards me, that, yeah, over there.
How's that?
Yeah.
So this application was put in, I'm Norton Wheeler, Mystic River Building Company, Deborah McGugan, property owner. So the application was put in last month and the application is to replace a window on the lower left-hand corner. It's existing as a double casement window, an old Anderson wood casement. And it's going to be replaced with an Anderson 400 series window, vinyl clad exterior. It'll have a wood exterior trim, flat casing to match the windows up above. And it does have a small sill piece on the windows up above. The windows above are old Brosco windows with aluminum storm windows, right? They are single pane divided light 6/1. The window that we're proposing is an Anderson 400 series, would also have simulated divided light 6/1 to match. And we'd, match the casing, match the size of the window. Basically, it'll be the same size of the window as the one above. And we would want to put shutters on it just the way that they have them. The shutters that are there now are vinyl shutters. The or the siding in that area is red cedar shingles, 7-inch exposure. So we would just match that to patch in around that window and then paint that area.
You said vinyl.
I'm sorry?
You said vinyl.
Well, Anderson makes their 400 series is a vinyl clad wood window.
Fibrex material. It's like a
Okay,
composite.
all right.
Yeah, it's good.
My radar.
It does
Originally,
Yeah.
in the application originally, they had a Harvey vinyl window.
Yeah.
Right, and so I understand there was some concern about that, so
Yep.
we changed it to an Anderson 400 series, which is something that I know the commission has approved in other areas in the historic commission.
Do you have a spec sheet for the Anderson window?
It was submitted online.
Okay.
I
I don't think our packet's been updated because this is, I think, still the Harvey.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So we're gonna need that spec sheet.
No, it's different.
Yeah.
So,
You'd say it's SDO.
full divided light. So, yeah, this is good. Can we take this?
Sure.
No, Bill Evans.
there should be 2 copies.
There's
there.
2. Oh, there's 2.
Yep.
I'm just gonna take.
And I think the original window from Harvey, that sheet may be there
That's
as
the
well.
original one. Oh, okay.
Read the directions.
You understand. Right. You have your stamp? I do. Excellent. All right,
Okay.
thank you.
And the other thing that was on the application was also they're adding mini splits. So there'll be a condenser, but it'll be in the rear of the house, so
Yeah.
not visible from the street.
Yeah.
But it was on the application, just so
Is that the,
make sure that was on the record.
it's not the one?
Other than that, I think that's pretty straightforward. Any other questions?
You said the exterior trim would be wood?
Yeah.
Okay. And then,
Primed wood painted to
and then
match.
replace the shingles as needed on the
Right.
red cedar. Okay.
And it, I guess just from, I'll say it from a curiosity point of view so you're gonna, where the blue circle is on your application, there's
Mhm.
gonna be a condenser? And are there any?
No, the condenser's on the rear of the house.
Right,
That's
no.
just the window that shows. Or what page are you looking at? You were
Oh,
looking at the-
underneath the deck in
Underneath
the
the
rear.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's correct.
So are the pipes going into the house or
I'm sorry?
are the piping or
Line sets.
the line sets? Thank you.
Yeah, the line set would be on the exterior of the building wrapped in it would look like a leader pipe, if you will.
Okay. And goes up the brick?
Yes,
But it won't be seen in any way from sides or
it's not
front.
visible from
From the
the
road,
street
okay.
anywhere.
Perfect.
No.
Are the shutters on the top, those three windows, are those painted?
No, they're vinyl.
They're vinyl.
And you said you were doing a match, so it looks,
Yeah, the shutters would look the same height and so forth.
don't. They do have questions. All right. That's
Okay.
everything.
Great, thank
Okay,
you.
thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Does anybody in the audience want to speak for this application? Okay. Does anybody in the audience want to speak against the application? All right. HDC 26-004, 107 Library Street is closed. We'll now go to HDC 26-005, 35 Water Street. And you said Peter was gonna come in.
Yeah, I think he's there.
Here's a-
Peter, you want?
Hello. Yeah, I'm
Hey,
here. Can you hear me?
Peter.
Yep.
Yeah, we can.
All right, you
Thanks for
guys
doing
wanna?
this remote.
Oh,
Okay, you want me to start?
yeah, are you
You guys wanna
you're gonna
start?
stay in one location? You were breaking up for a second.
Yeah, I'm gonna stay in one location. Yeah.
Okay.
All
All right.
right. So this is Peter Springsteel, architect, 105 Star Street, Mystic, Connecticut. Here representing 35 Water Street, downtown Mystic. I was in a couple of weeks ago with this one, where we're making some minor alterations to this building, which is in the flood zone. First thing we're doing is on the south elevation, we're going to replace the cedar shingles with like for like new cedar shingles because they're wearing out on that facade. And
Can you
We're-
point to the south side so everyone's aware? Thank you.
all right,
Continue, sorry.
we're adding flood vents to the building and we're going to put them in the concrete block foundation. And you can see them, they're on the east and north facades. So these are the least visible facades, at least from the street. And they're down low, so from the water, I don't think you'll see them there either. And then also on the east facade, we're going to add a canvas awning over a new door and some relocated windows. So that is shown kind of in the center there of the east facade. And those will be double hung windows. We might be able to use the windows that are there. If not, we'll match what's there. And then there's a new full view fiberglass door there as well. and a little bit of a sign over the top of the door. We're also on that facade replacing the stairway that comes off that door that looks like it's elevated a little bit. The stair that's there is falling apart, doesn't really meet code, so we're going to replace that with a new pressure treated stairway with railings and handrails. And you can see that in the various views. And I think that covers the items that you guys would have jurisdiction on.
Nothing on the west side? Nothing on the west elevation?
side, no changes on the west elevation.
Uh, And the stairway on the south elevation next to the chimney, or it looks like a chimney?
That's
Oh,
the
that's the
north.
same.
That's the-
Okay, got, okay.
Yep,
Gotcha.
that's the side view.
Gotcha. All right.
What's the material on the sign above the door? It's just painted wood?
Yes.
And there's a door that's kind of hyphenated, for lack of a better term, on the, yeah, that's being removed. What's
Current door.
current? That's a
That's-
current. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, that
thank
door gets
you.
removed and then we'll infill it to match the surrounding construction.
Okay. There's nothing vinyl, right, Peter?
Nothing vinyl. No.
Okay, just checking. Any questions? Any questions?
No questions.
Um, and what material on the door? It's metal?
Fiberglass. Yeah.
Okay.
Full view glass.
Full view. Okay. Good. Good.
Yep.
All right.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, gentlemen. Thank you, Peter.
Thanks, Peter.
Take care.
Does anybody in the audience want to speak for HDC 26-005 35 Water Street? Does anyone want to speak against HDC 26-005 35 Water Street? All right, HDC 26-005 is closed. Now we'll have HDC 26-006, 2 New London Road. Come forward.
Hello.
Evening.
You had said this is your first one, so state your name and the
Name's
address.
Matthew Williston. I'm with Title Build. We're the architect and designer representing Carlos and Allison Reyes and Andrews of 2 New London Road. And what we're proposing is
Flip it
Flip it
around.
around. Oh, that's awesome. Thank you.
Thank you.
what we're proposing is a small mudroom addition off of the house as the only footprint addition. We are doing a small terrace that will be towards the front of the house. The rest of it is a shed dormer on the front and a shed dormer on the back. And trying to keep in that historic nature of the home, we're using Marvin Ultimate Series wood windows, and they'll be painted white with black shutters in the front of the house. And similar size as what is on the second floor for the both shed dormers, front and back. And that's on this page. I'll kind of go through it quickly. This is the existing here. And so what we're proposing is a mudroom here, this area being terrace, and then the shed dormers will be here and here on the second floor. No additional footprint other than that. This is what the existing second floor is. It's low headroom in here, and there's collar ties that kind of impede headroom up there, so we're lifting that up. And then in this attic space up here as well, we're increasing the size of these windows to help as another means of egress, because we're turning this into an additional bedroom. And then we're creating loft space up here, kind of as a mezzanine loft area for an existing 1 bedroom. These are the existing.
How many units is it now?
Right now it is 3 units. There's a one unit on the first floor, which is a 3 bedroom. And second floor, there's a currently 1 bedroom apartment, and then a studio, basically.
So it's
That's
going
correct.
to, it's transforming into how many units?
It's the same amount of units, but we're adding a bedroom
Okay.
to the 1 unit.
It's not our jurisdiction, the study
Yeah,
plan.
yeah. No worries. So this is what the existing elevations will look like. We want to, again, kind of preserve that facade and that's curb appeal. So keeping kind of what the traditional and historic is. This is that new mudroom addition, just kind of a breakaway space, because as you enter the house now, you're kind of entering into the dining room. There's not really that kind of interstitial space where you can put shoes or anything like that. We're rebuilding these steps in the same manner as what's currently there, just new stone. Some small configurations between what's happening on the interior, but again, not really why we're here tonight. The only other changes on the exterior is we're adding a new window over here to create this kind of pantry space here. And
That's on the backside.
this is on the backside. There's a door here that we're removing and kind of making this part of the dining room. And then we're adding this pair of French doors off the back with what's already existing of this kind of terrace, just kind of fixing it up a little bit.
I couldn't figure out how you get into that bedroom.
So with this bedroom, we're gonna have to, I mean, there's a door here, there's a sliding door here. We're still working on the interior. It's not gonna affect
Okay,
the
good.
exterior.
None of our
but-
business.
But yeah, we're likely gonna be putting a door back.
I was
Good
looking at it,
question.
I was looking at it, go, how do you get in there?
Yeah. So on the second floor, this is where the major changes happen. I've noted here, this is the new shed dormer and this kind of dimension line here. And this is the new rear shed dormer off the back, which gives ample height in here for a usable kitchen, dining, living room space. And then we're rebuilding this stair that goes up to the 3rd floor, which will have an additional bedroom. So this 1 bedroom apartment becomes a 2 bedroom
So
apartment.
most of the changes are on the backside of it.
Yep. Yeah, most of the changes are happening here
But
with
there's
this new shed dormer, and then this new shed dormer in the front, which you'll see from the elevations. This is the 3rd floor with the new bedroom, bath, walk-in closet, storage here. And then this is that mezzanine loft area, which is not considered a bedroom. And then these are the new shed dormers here for size, and these will be standing seam metal roof, which will match the same color. That's what the Oyster Club has there. I think Protocol has them as well. So kind of keeping in that dark tone theme. These are the proposed elevations. This is the shed dormer here in the front, and then this is the shed dormer in the back. Kind of keeping in that scale, we brought it in a little bit, and we're matching what the existing windows are as far as alignment goes there. And this is that little shed roof of this proposed mudroom entry area there. And this is that new French door, pair of French doors there. And then these are the new windows for the kitchen and the living room. And rendering of to show kind of what will the new facade look like essentially. So keeping these, we're going to likely be replacing most of these windows with that Marvin wood series with the 6/6 light, and I attached a material list with those, but 1x4 wood casing with a historic sill, kind of matching, what's existing, and then an engineered wood siding, no vinyl.
Could you point out here where the new,
This is the new shed dormer right here.
Yep.
This is the new mudroom.
Yep.
Everything else here stays. This is one new kitchen window as well with similar matching shutters. This is that new terrace, which will be kind of encompassing this footprint here, kind of squares off the building because this carriage house is kind of set back. So we're just making this.
That's where the French doors come on.
The French doors are going to be on the back here.
Oh,
This is where on. first floor plan, that is a new door off of the kitchen. So this will be a little stone landing, steps down to a new terrace. And these will just be graded steps, and this will just all be grass in here. There's an existing pea gravel driveway that will remain, and essentially that will just kind of come up to those steps. And what's existing now is really this, but it's back here, kind of takes up that whole space. So there's a kind of a long landing before you get up to the next set of steps. So this remains pea gravel driveway. We're going to be resurfacing this terrace. There's that new window pointed out earlier.
I just asked a question for you.
Yeah.
We had somebody that raised a hand. Is there a Luke that's associated with your application?
A what?
A Luke, a person named Luke?
Luke? Yeah, well, there's Luke LeBraz is our general contractor.
Okay, so he's raised his hand.
Oh,
So if he's,
oh, sorry. Hello, Luke.
well, hold on, I gotta let him in.
Are you good with if him talking?
Oh, yeah, sure.
Okay.
Might be able to just let him talk.
Luke, can you hear us?
Can we hear you?
Luke, can you hear us?
Hold on, let me throw it on the panelists and have him see if I can allow him to talk.
Luke, can you hear us? This is connecting to audio. Okay.
This is what happened. You know,
Is the parking still the same as it is now?
Now he should be able to.
No, he doesn't want to talk.
Oh, he doesn't?
Yeah, he
Maybe.
declined to be promoted.
Oh,
It's still the same as it is
The
now?
parking is, yeah, still the same, yeah, but that's not changing. I think down the line, they do want to do a garage, but that'll be a completely separate application.
Just as a visual learner, can you just put up the before and afters real quick?
Elevation?
Yeah, exactly. Not the
says he's trying to connect the audio.
yeah.
So,
All right, that one and
yeah,
the
this is the existing.
Can we go back to the regular camera view? Yeah.
I'm trying.
Oh, okay.
Wave goodbye to Luke.
Yeah. There you go. Perfect.
So this is the existing and this is the proposed. On the rear of the house. This is what's existing. Make sure I got that right. This is what's existing. Those are the new French doors there.
Okay.
And we're removing this door that currently exists, and that's going to become part of the dining room
Mm.
area. And then this here is the new shed dormer, which currently these two small windows here, that's in that existing space and that low headroom space. So your head is kind of right up in here. So we're just kind of raising this up, not raising the roof line up anymore. We're just going to be replacing that ridge beam, and then adding that new shed dormer there. The front of the house is
Here, just slide it over
Right.
so it's on camera.
this is
Yeah,
the
just slide it to your right.
You see it. No.
perfect, thank you.
Oh,
yeah. So this is the this is the existing, this is the proposed, this is the new mudroom area here, which currently is just steps going up to a door that goes right into the dining room. And then this is that new shed dormer here with the same size windows as what's currently on this side.
and like the other side, the roof line is not changing,
The roof lines are not increasing.
increasing. Okay.
Correct. Yeah, these two shed dormers are just going up right to the ridge here. And they're gonna hang off.
It is set back pretty far.
Yep, and they're gonna hang off the a new ridge beam that's gonna be added. Because what's there right now, it's basically just a ridge board. Those collar ties are kind of creating that tension, but we're gonna be hanging it off of New Bridge.
What are your plans for the shutters?
So the shutters, we're planning on replacing them, because they're kind of worn and beaten, but
Yeah.
we want to keep it as wood and black. That's
Okay.
kind of the idea, keep that.
On all the windows?
It would just be on what currently has shutters. So I believe right now it's just the front and I believe rear.
Okay.
Let's see.
The new
So it's the west, it's not the rear, it's the west elevation and the front elevation. So those two, yeah, the two frontage sides of the house.
So in that elevation right there,
Yep.
on the new shed dormer, would you have shutters on those windows?
We
No.
wouldn't do
Okay.
shutters up here because on
Probably a room issue.
I was gonna say it seemed pretty close together.
Because they're currently
currently
shutters, but
there's one shutter here, there's one shutter here.
Yeah.
This is, and then there's shutters here,
yeah.
but not any shutters on this side.
Yeah.
So they're kind of inconsistent and just for space wise,
Yeah.
this doesn't really fit all those shutters and still look good.
Mm.
That's kind of the intention there.
But that new kitchen window would have shutter.
Yeah, I'm showing shutters there. Yeah, because this one does have shutters. So kind
Okay.
of keeping all on the first floor.
Okay.
Shutters. Yeah.
All right.
Well, it looks like you're eliminating them on that back wing.
Back wing.
Or just grayed out a little bit.
These ones?
But those.
These ones do have shutters on them. Yeah.
Okay.
And they didn't exist. They are just grayed out for some reason.
And it looks like the windows on the whatever that is, third floor are going from 6/6 to 2/2.
These ones
Is
here,
that yeah.
the originals were 6/6, and these are casements, and that was one of the reasons for that was for egress and just a secondary means of egress,
Yeah.
which the fire marshal likes. So you have that full open versus having half of the window size. Otherwise, these would have to be like this size, much bigger and just kind of out of scale. Yeah, that's a good one.
And you said all the shutters are gonna be wood
Yep.
along with the
Yeah, we would do wood
windows.
shutters. And yeah, the Marvin Ultimate Series wood.
And siding is wood,
Siding is an
cedar,
engineered wood product, yeah.
engineered wood. What does that mean? Engineered wood?
Party or?
It's wood with it's a composite basically, so it's wood and fiber.
Oh, like a fly ash, like true exterior or something?
Concrete,
Or?
it's not quite composite of like hardy,
Okay.
which could be fly ash, but there's a few different products that we're looking at, so we're kind of keeping it a little vague, but we want a wood product there.
And it's painted.
And it's painted white.
What's the French doors, the new French doors, are those Marvin Ultimate
Those will be
series?
Yeah, those will be.
Okay. What about the new entry door for the mudroom? Do you know what that?
It'll be a Marvin wood door. Yeah, we haven't
And
found the exact door yet.
Okay.
We're still kind of in the schematic, but as far as look goes, yeah, that's what we're looking for. And I am showing an 8 light there, so
Okay.
keeps it kind of grills.
This come with I didn't see it. That doesn't.
I do have another rendering too.
There's no materials
I meant the material.
and
The
yeah,
material,
cut
yeah.
sheets and
It
stuff.
did attach materials.
Okay.
I don't.
And it's
Mark, is that in your package?
I don't have it.
In the print? Are
that's
the existing shingles, are they architectural or like
The
a
existing
3
shingles
tab?
are architectural.
Okay, so you'll do the same on
We'll
that.
do the same,
Okay.
Yep.
I don't think I have a material list.
I added it to the portal. It wasn't part of
Not part of this.
this drawing set, but on there it said 1x4 casing, historic sill, Marvin Ultimate Wood Series, for Windows 6/6 light. engineered wood siding painted to match existing, black shutters to match existing. We're just trying to make this keep the characteristic of the building and do an addition that isn't trying to be historic, because that's not ideal, is to make something look like it's old with an addition. But yeah, we think we're kind of keeping the same historic look.
I don't think this just hit me. This is 3 units, 3 separate rental units.
Yes.
Do they need a fire escape?
No, fire escapes aren't used anymore. They're not actually allowed.
Dangerous.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I just
So egress is addressed typically
Through
through
windows?
stairs,
Yeah,
Oh.
which is kind of,
I've got a lot of calculations on that, of like the 50% work area and level 3 versus level 2 alterations. That's all going to be part of the construction documents.
okay.
This is just kind of the.
Okay, I just
Yeah.
that'll get vetted out in code analysis.
okay. Just something I thought of when I heard 3 units.
Yeah, this is considered a multifamily
Okay.
and goes through the International Existing Building Code, IEBC and IVC, not International Residential Code.
Any questions?
Do we need the specifications?
It sounds like they were
Or submitted,
uploaded.
yeah.
It
They
just
were
not,
uploaded, Susan has them in their sheet.
they just didn't make it into our folder. That's why I was asking about.
All the roofing stuff get added to?
Did the
The doors.
Metal roofing and the architectural shingles specs?
I can make sure those are uploaded if they're not.
tomorrow?
Yeah, sure,
Okay.
sure. Yeah.
I have another question. I'm trying to. If you. It looks, there's a propane tank in the back. Currently, are you gonna move that? And then there's also like a little picket fence with a swing gate. Is that gonna be removed as well?
That propane tank, and that fence will probably go,
Okay.
I guess. We haven't discussed directly about that. That propane tank, I think we'd like to move it, yeah. It's
Okay.
kind of in a unsightly area, but that wasn't addressed through plans.
If you move it. I mean, I don't think it could get more visible.
That's
But it just, I
I
would
was
just
gonna
like
say,
to
when
know
it
where
gets
it's gonna
free
go.
or some sort of lattice.
Yeah,
work.
actually, that'd be great if, yeah.
I thought you were shaking.
No.
Yeah,
It's not currently part of the application.
so that's exactly my point.
Change.
Yeah.
So it's something to come back with us.
Yeah, maybe.
To us when you figure out
yeah,
what
yeah,
you're
a
gonna,
little further down the road.
what you're gonna do
Yeah,
with
okay.
that propane tank, please come back.
Sure.
Address that with us.
Sure.
Any other questions on your end?
I'm good.
No? Okay,
Good job.
all right,
Thank you.
thank you. I'm glad to hear wood everywhere.
Yeah, I know.
All right,
Thank you.
thank you. Does anyone in the audience want to speak for this application? Does anyone in the audience want to speak against the application? Noted, thank you. All right, HDC 26-006 is closed. All right, that concludes the public hearings aspect of the evening, and now we're going to go to consideration of public hearing. We've already continued HDC 26-003, and now I'm looking for a motion for HDC 26-004, 107 Library Street. Do I have a
Hey,
motion?
Just back up for a second on 75 Steamboat Wharf. Sue looked it up. She went on the Congress, and that building has no state
Registry?
or national
It doesn't.
designation. It's under your purview only.
Okay,
Great.
okay, thank you for.
Yeah.
Thank you, and thank you, Sue.
All right, HDC 26-004. Does anyone have a motion for 107 Library Street?
I'll move to approve.
Moriarty second.
All right, discussion.
Windows good. The signing's great. If there wasn't already three shutters on the front, I don't know if I would support adding a fourth final shutter, but
Yeah.
it's kind of almost matching existing
Well,
conditions. So
Yeah. this is-
I would feel like a one-time.
Right, you don't want to put a wood there that's
Yeah, I
glaringly.
think it would look worse. with
Worse,
the wood,
right,
yeah.
right. So- Diane, anything? Okay. All right. All right, move to vote. So we have a motion on the floor to approve the application.
Hi, Diane.
Ernst, aye.
Ferguson, I.
Moriarty, aye.
Kohler, aye.
All right, HDC 26-004 is approved. All right, and now we'll move on to HDC 26-005, 35 Water Street. Do I have a motion on the floor?
Moriarty makes a motion to approve.
Kohler seconds.
Okay, discussion.
Everything seems good.
That's pretty much what he talked to us about
Yeah.
in the pre-app, so there are no surprises on the application. And okay, no further discussion. We'll go to vote.
Hi, Diane.
Ferguson, I.
Moriarty, aye.
Kohler, aye.
All right, HDC 26-005 is approved. All right, now we'll go to HDC 26-006, 2 New London Road, the application we just heard last. Do I have a motion on the floor?
Moriarty makes a motion to approve all the elements on this application.
Second.
All right, Barbara second. Any discussion?
I'd like to see materials list.
Yeah, I was gonna say, do we want to continue it until we get a full packet with
Yeah.
materials list? You're gonna hate me, so
Or we could say we'll vote pending that he's
That's
handing
fine.
in a materials list before Thursday. All right.
I can amend my motion.
Is that, does
Yeah.
anybody have an issue with that
No.
Okay.
amendment to the?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I think anything that we talked about that's not an application, like moving the propane tank or screening it or moving the fence, I think I'd want to have that
As a, s-
discussed under old business once that's figured out.
Or is that new application
It
altogether?
may end up being a new
new
application.
application.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no,
Because
I
it's
want,
not
I,
gonna be, it's not like you're altering
Yeah.
it, you already
Yeah.
approved.
yeah,
it.
I want
It's
to
gonna
be
be
a
an
new
item.
This has been
Standalone
there.
item.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
that's
all
fine.
been
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I wrote pending submission of materials.
So, yeah, so Moriarty amends his motion. Moriarty makes a motion to approve with the stipulation that the full materials packet list is submitted
As it was
as
presented.
it was presented.
You just want that in the portal?
Yeah.
Second.
All right. Okay. Any further discussion?
I like it.
Okay. All right. Yeah, no, very good. We'll go to a vote. Ferguson, I.
Moriarty, aye.
Kohler, aye.
All right, HCC 26-006 to New London Road is approved. All right. Thank you all who presented tonight. We're now going to move to the pre-apps.
Have a good night.
Good night.
Good
Take
night.
care.
Thank you.
All right, have a good night. All right. All right, so right now, Ferguson's making a motion to add 272 High Street to the agenda for pre-application.
Kohler seconds.
All right, any discussion? All right, vote.
Diane, I.
Ernst, aye.
Ferguson, I.
Moriarty, aye.
Kohler, aye.
Okay, 272 High Street is,
I just came to observe the meeting tonight.
Oh,
That's
okay.
why I signed in.
Oh, okay, okay, I'm so, oh, okay.
Well, this is
Oh,
gonna.
okay, so that's, I
Christmas
thought,
Eve.
I thought.
Do you have any questions for
Do you
us?
have any questions?
Come on up, come on up. This,
Okay,
this is
so-
very informal, casual, whatever.
Right, so let me
Yep.
press pause because I made a motion and I'm gonna retract my motion because I thought you were here for like business purposes, but if you're here.
Oh, no.
So I'm gonna. Should we
Wait, hold
move
on,
this
hold on.
to?
Let's-
You should probably
Just lift your mouth for a
move on the
second.
agenda and do it under public communication.
I was just gonna say, since there are no pre-apps, he's next on the thing, so.
Oh, okay.
Since I'm gonna withdraw my motion for the misunderstanding of the situation. And there's no pre-apps because there's nobody online. So I'll close the pre-application review aspect and now welcome Joel Arcari.
Yeah.
To present to the commission under public communications.
Well, I didn't have anything to present tonight.
Or just
Questions or whatever you're.
Well, yeah, so,
Why?
Good evening.
yeah.
Good evening.
I just came to observe the process tonight because I own 272 High Streets and I want to do some modifications to it, which will involve the exterior.
Okay,
And I was just trying to get an idea of what would be acceptable and what wouldn't be.
all right.
Yeah,
So
That's great.
that's very good on your part to do your homework before the assignment, which is good.
yeah.
So everything's online,
Mhm.
everything's submitted through the portal. There's a woman, Suzanne Choquette, who's a rock star and helping you if you have any hiccups or questions. Obviously, Tim is available
She's
too.
listening right now.
That's why I said the nice things about her.
I didn't think enough Friday she was.
Oh,
Yeah,
Okay, yeah.
yeah.
And you saw that the process
Mhm.
tonight, and so do you have any questions after you saw the process?
No, not at this time.
Okay.
Yeah, I have an architect drawing up the sketches.
Okay.
And then when we're ready, we'll come, I think we submit the pre-application online, right?
Yeah.
Then
You can, oh, go ahead, I'm sorry. You can and get on the agenda under pre-application, or you can just show up and sign in like you did tonight.
okay,
But that's the best case scenario is to present in a pre-application form. That way you get feedback. So you can adjust any details when your formal application is submitted.
okay.
So for example, the 35 Water Street one with the vents and the garage door and all that, he came to us before tonight and said, I want to do this, this, and this. What do you think? And we said, A, B, and C is great, but D needs to be revised. And he came back and revised D tonight so that it was all, smooth. There was not a discussion. There wasn't a lot to talk about because he had already kind of cleared it with us in the pre-app process.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. That's it. I just want.
Yeah, thank you.
Perfect, thank you. Nice meeting you.
Yeah,
Yeah, thank
very
you.
nice meeting
I'll
you.
be back, hopefully be back.
Look forward to seeing.
Confusion, I just thought I
No,
was signing.
oh,
Yeah,
yeah, no, no.
Okay.
So, no harm, no foul.
All
So,
right.
all right,
right,
thank
good
you.
night.
Have a good night.
Have a
Good night.
Okay,
I got nothing else under public
I was
communications.
just gonna say, Tim, do you have any,
Nope.
right? Does anyone on the commission have anything from public communications? And Diane, just for clarity, that is if you get an email from a resident or a community member saying, I'm concerned about this property or something like that. That's generally the public communications that we share with you. All right. Okay, with that, we'll close public communications. Now I'll move to approval of the minutes. And we get our minute
Yeah, look good. Moriarty makes a motion to approve the minutes of
February 17th.
February 17th.
Kohler seconds.
Okay. Any discussion? All right, we'll vote. Yes and I.
Moriarty, aye.
Kohler, aye.
All right, the February 17th minutes are approved. Next we'll go to old business.
I got a couple things.
Okay.
Just, I watched the last meeting when I was away.
Oh.
And I guess you guys had some inquiries about a few things that were going on. So I just want to give you an update on some of that stuff. Somebody asked about 45 Main Street. which is Tim's building, the company of Craftsman.
Yep.
There was a question about what was going on there, or what he was approved for. So he was originally approved for, not originally, I'm sorry, he came in originally and wanted to put vinyl everywhere. And he withdrew, came back, and he was gonna put simulated divided light on the front of the building, the side of the building, and the rear of the building. You guys were going to allow him to put the vinyl windows on the west elevation.
Where there was this much.
Right, where you
Yeah.
really, they're almost not visible from
Right.
really anywhere unless you're in the alley looking up or
Right.
looking over the top of buildings. And based on what Lux Bond is gonna do, they're probably gonna be obscured altogether. So just to give you a heads up on that. I did not have a chance to follow up on a status on that, to find out where he is at with the installation on them, or percentage of completion or anything. But that was what was approved, just so there's an understanding of, what the expectations are when the project is complete. There was a question about lighting. So the way it works with lighting is you guys would have jurisdiction over lighting that is private property, but a public way. You have no authority over anything that is considered utility. Nothing in the street, no street lights, no anything that's Eversource or it wouldn't be Groton Utilities, it would be Eversource. You guys have no authority over that. What you would have authority of is there's a public way that goes through the art association. And if they were to change their footpath lighting or parking lot lighting, you guys would have jurisdiction over that.
Excuse me.
So it would be public access over private property. That's where you guys would
What is
have.
the process for talking about the lighting? Who do we talk to?
As far as
As being a community member
Yeah.
in the town of Groton. You're not speaking as a historic. district.
you're talking about the utility infrastructure.
Street lighting, yes.
Yeah, you would have to go to Eversource and talk to them. You could probably start with Public Works, because Public Works works closely inventorying the streetlights. Because what happens is the town gets a bill for them every year, and some get knocked down and never get put back up. So we're still getting a bill for them. So they try to at least kind of revisit to make sure that they're all still there, they're all still functioning, they're maintained. I know I've had some interactions with Tom Thorndike in engineering. I think he monitors that pretty close. I know he has had some questions about some stuff that's going on with new construction where poles were being replaced and lights were coming down, and so I've had some communications with him regarding that. But that would probably be a good place to start. And then he may have an Eversource contact that he communicates with surrounding that. I'll email you his contact
The issue, yeah,
information.
that'd be great. The issue for me is light pollution.
Yeah,
They're way up at the top of the pole and they just blow light
I know.
all over the place.
Right.
And then there's these historic lights, which are wonderful,
Yeah,
but they do push the light down
Right.
all over the place.
right. So the historic lights were probably funded under the federal streetscape.
Mhm.
So they probably had to meet dark skies compliance.
Yep, yep.
As well as zoning, where the infrastructure lights, the utility lights don't. They're under Eversource's purview. They do what they want.
Send me the contact.
Yeah, I'll send you
Venue.
Tom's thing.
No, that's fair. It's the right venue to ask the question. at least.
Yeah. 32 New London Road. It's on the corner of Allen Street and New London
Oh,
Road.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's really obscured by a lot of pine trees, et cetera. There was a question about all the siding being off the back of the house. They do have a permit. There's a portico on the back of that was existing. That was on really a stone rubble foundation. The bottom of the portico was all rotted out. They got a permit to kind of tear the old one off, put a foundation in, and rebuild in kind. Really no difference, just building it under the exact same footprint, exact same details, just no longer kind of rotting, and when you're walking on it, the floor's shifting, et cetera. Something that I actually missed on that is they also did include, I was kind of focused on the portico, and they did include adding a slider with a small set of steps that comes off the back, which
I think, didn't we approve that?
no,
No?
they never came in for
I
an
was gonna say,
application.
Oh, she did a someone came in for a
I
pre-app.
think we discussed it.
I think that was the one, that's the one on the other side.
That's at the angle.
That's the one on the other side. This is the one on the west side, of Allen Street.
Right.
You're thinking of the one on the east
East
side.
side, right. So just for my understanding, even though they're in the historic district, they didn't need to come before us because it was a like for like?
I looked at it as a like for like. There was
Okay.
no change. There was no change in the footprint.
And I'm
They
not
weren't changing
challenging, I'm
windows,
just,
doors, or roof lines or anything. It was
Yeah.
exactly basically what it wasn't worth trying to save that structure and put a foundation under it. So they took the structure off, put a foundation on, they're rebuilding it in kind.
okay.
The more extensive interaction I had with them is I don't know if you guys noticed enough, but they changed the electrical service on the front of the house. They had a small meter over on the left-hand side, 100 amp service that came in. It was pretty obscure. And they went to a 200 amp meter main on the right-hand side that is pretty large and very visible. And I told them when I issued the permit, I said, if the HDC has a problem with this, you got to come in and get it looked at. They may require some screening and stuff. And they were like, fine, that's fine. So I would encourage you guys to look at it. If you find it offensive, 32 London Road.
So when you're coming from Allen Street, the last house on the right before Route 1.
It's right on the corner.
Oh.
It actually faces New London Road. The house faces New London Road. Surrounded by pine trees. I don't know. Yeah, maybe. I think. Yeah. But yes,
It's historic here.
so that's that. There is a lot of greenery foliage that surrounds the house. I mean, during most times you don't even see it. So that's why it may not have jumped out at all of you. But that's the story surrounding that. The contractors are actually really agreeable. The electrician's really agreeable. He said, if I gotta come in and do a presentation, I will. We gotta put up some screening or something. I'm not so sure if putting up some screening is going to make it
It's gonna,
draw more attention to it or
I
not.
was gonna say.
You know, especially given the amount of foliage that's around it. But that I'll leave that up to you guys. One Ashby, he does have a roof permit application in. I called him to try to get an HDC application in for just the roof. And then we'll address the windows and siding thing at a later date. But I figured trying to get a roof permit issued to him would be a good first start. I haven't called to him. He hasn't called me back. Like I said before, he's typically in Florida this time of year and not easy to reach. I'm probably leaning towards, if I get a call back from him, I'm probably leaning towards me and Sue, maybe just trying to communicate with him, ask him what he's putting on and filling out an application and getting it in front of you guys. So we can finally get some movement on that property in some capacity. That's all I got. Is there anything else?
That's a
I don't know
lot.
if there's
No.
anything else that you guys brought up.
That was a lot.
I think I'm a new business question.
Okay. Do you guys have any old business?
Hmm.
No? All right. With that, we'll close old business and open up new business.
Question about, there's a site under demolition clearance between Lavem and Ashby. The neighbor asked me about it. They're demolishing trees.
Demolishing trees.
Yep.
So I don't issue a demo permit
I know,
for
but
it.
they look like they're clearing for, but you don't know about.
You know the number?
No.
So we've had a couple of applications or inquiries for off-street parking there. One of them, I think, came to you guys.
Yes.
In a pre-app.
Yeah.
That coupled with they have the retaining walls that were put in prior to create off-street parking are no longer allowed by zoning because you can't have a retaining wall. The zoning changes, they changed the zoning in 22 or 23 where you can't have a retaining wall that close to the property. You have to have a certain distance to property line before you have a retaining wall. So they would have to go get a variance for it. And they're not likely to get a variance. I think they've been told by ZBA that they're not going to get a variance for it because there's no hardship. There's nothing that says that they can't live without off-street parking. I don't know if they're.
If you drive down Ashby.
I'll take a drive down.
Yeah, you see it, which way you're going. It's on the hillside. they're tearing some trees
Is-
down, so.
is that
Well, I
Is that
drive
a
up, I
buildable-
drive up Ashby.
Yeah, drive up Ashby would be on your left side.
On your left, okay. Yeah, I've never
And
seen
there's-
anything.
but There's a crane thing going on there and they're tearing some trees down and my neighbors were going, what's going on? I said, I don't know.
Well,
Is that a buildable
standard
lot?
tree removal happens all the time. I don't know
Mark?
if it's associated with that.
Is that a buildable lot? It,
About middle of the street. It's about middle, going up.
About halfway up?
Halfway up,
between Ashby and Latham?
as they come together.
About halfway up on the left-hand side. So it's gonna be like 13
There's
or
all-
15? Probably 13 or 15.
I just wonder if there's something, but my neighbors were asking me, and I go, I don't know.
I don't have anything. There's no applications in for any kind of new construction or additions or anything in there.
You'll see
When you say a crane,
it's an excavator. They
Oh,
look like
okay,
they're
okay.
cutting trees down and doing something. So my neighbors were asking me. I said, we haven't seen anything.
I mean, the only thing you guys saw up there, your little piece of fence. A little while ago on the left-hand side there, out in the middle of the yard.
Yeah.
It's the only thing that's going on over there. I'll take a drive by and take a look and see what's going on.
does anybody else have new business?
Nope.
And there's no one online, right?
Nope, just means so.
Okay. All right, with that, thank you, everybody, for a great meeting, and we'll adjourn at 8:11 PM.